Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel, and this is my tabby boy. Today, I got a bit of a moral quandary I want to talk to you guys about. I got invited to go to a friend's birthday party, and we're smack dab in the middle of a pandemic. And so much that makes sense and logical and intelligent says, this is really not a good idea. But then there's other things to consider because this person is doing it outdoors. He's starting the party on the beach. And there's so many desirable reasons why I would want to be where he's throwing his parties. Some of it's going to be on the beach, which, okay, my skin can't tolerate. But that is also close to the casinos that are up there. And I have been quite curious as to what these northernmost casinos look like firsthand. I mean, I've read the same articles that probably you guys have read, and I've seen the pictures that the staff photographers of the press took. But if I go to this party, I'm going to have lots of reasons to get out of the sun so I can duck into the ocean casino, and where, by the way, there should still be free Wi-Fi. And so who knows what kind of footage I can get, even though I can't imagine I would feel comfortable walking around with my clamshell open, trying to be inconspicuous in a crowded casino. I think that, the days that I thought that I could be inconspicuous, that ship sailed long ago. But now, after it gets close to dark, there's also going to be the party is going to continue by some fire pits. I don't know if they would be where my friend lives or if it would be up in the areas of the Hard Rock and the ocean, even though it seems to me that with the pandemic going on, the places where people could theoretically gather might be cordoned off. But then again, there's lots of open air areas that if people are nice and far away, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to avail themselves of. So if I go to this thing, then I will be able to answer these questions, and who knows the kind of video footage I might end up for you guys. So there's a lot of things to consider. I want to bring my computer desk closer to the back wall so I could get better light and talk to you some more. Other things to consider if I do go to the beach. This bag here is all full of bikinis. I'm probably going to do a red, white, and blue theme for this just because it will go well with the decor of the person whose birthday is. They're kind of famous in certain aspects for wearing red, white, and blue stuff. And I mean, I have so much to consider about. I would need like 3 changes of clothes because I would want something covering my shoulders and the back of my neck during the brightest parts of the day, even though I'm sure I'm going to have an umbrella and stuff also. But as the sun goes down, I will feel much safer switching to a tank top of some kind, and will certainly be more comfortable wearing a midriff, even though if I'm floating in and out of the casinos, they sometimes crank up the air conditioning so much that it's absolutely cold. So it's really hard to dress for the comfort level that you anticipate. And now with all the social distancing and things, the changes that they have made to these casinos, I cannot tell you firsthand how that's going to impact their comfort level. You're not going to have as many people on you. They're going to have to allow for not having that body heat. So, but there's other things that I want to talk to you about here. Oh, you know what? I better not. If these were to open up and spill out onto my floor, I'd be really mad. So, I'm going to put that over there. Today's been a good day. The landlord was by a couple hours earlier, and he fixed our malfunctioning front door that was sticking so badly that it took a long time to get out. And sometimes if you're in a little bit of a hurry because you don't want to miss your bus because you have a dental appointment or whatever, that's you should be able to leave at will if shit happens. So, but anyway, he took care of everything, and he's a really good landlord, a real nice guy. Meanwhile, my brother, he got a toothache and had some problems, and I referred him to my dentist, who he agrees is a great dentist. However, my brother, because he has a different kind of insurance, doesn't cover dental at all, and so he got stuck with like $1,000 bill. But he had like 5 extractions and was given some painkillers and was given some antibiotics. But my brother agrees. Our dentist is great. He called him painless. He's a nice guy. So, and that means I'm owed $25 for a referral fee. Thank you, dentist. But I can't believe that some kinds of I don't understand what my brother's company's reasonings are for sticking him with a bill like that. But all insurances are not created alike. That's for sure. But it's a good thing that it happened when it happened. My brother had been on vacation and he spent a really nice time. Uh, Kept on extending his stay more than he originally had done it, but fortunately didn't have any problems when he was gone. The last thing you want is dental pain when you're in the middle of a vacation. So everything happened after he was safe at home and stuff. And but he feels much better now. Uh, and Lately it's been so hot, and I still haven't been to the garden yet. I'm hoping that they are doing some watering there. I don't hear from any of the people associated with that. Since they installed the chain link fence, I haven't seen much activity there at all, unless they come at times when I'm not actually looking out the window. And that's funny because I do a pretty good job of monitoring things going on. But there were some really bad people going back and forth at night, and because I was, and this was not on purpose, I was watering plants in the bathroom windowsill, and some water, a few drops, hit somebody going back and forth, and he got yelling and screaming and mentioned my hair color and stuff and threatened to burn our house down and stuff. And so I've been laying extremely low since then. I was even getting to the point where I was thinking, should I go and wear a business suit to my next dental appointment? I've been, well, mostly we've been feeling stuck in the house because of the malfunctioning lock, but now that that's taken care of, uh, it's just, I, oh, something else I was thinking of doing yesterday. I was considering doing a patch test for a hair dye that I was thinking of doing. I got this all over, or this permanent purple hair dye that is supposed to be for dark hair, as opposed to the dyes you usually pre-lighten so they show up. And if I can get my hand on it, I want to show you. Uh, no, it's not here. Anyway, I was really thinking of using it, and I went and decided to do a search to see if I could see examples of what it looked like, pictures or video. And I saw this girl. I started watching her video only to find out she wasn't dyeing her dark hair. She was dyeing wig hair. But it did show what her hair looked like. I guess it was natural hair. I know nothing about wigs. I've never had to wear them, so I don't really know much about them. But apparently this was a natural hair wig, and she took the front part of the hair where you would make bangs if you were to cut it out, and she applied a bleach powder with 30 volume peroxide, which is how I bleach my hair. And she did the bleach to the front, and when she rinsed that out and processed it on her wig, then she applied this permanent hair dye that's the same exact make and model as this kind that had bought one thing of. Uh, but most of the hair ended up being like this burgundy shade, and it was definitely not the purple that she wanted. The lightened hair showed it much more vividly. But I'm thinking, so in order for me to get the color that I want, I'm still going to have to go through the bleaching the roots pain in the ass part. And that's the most pain in the ass part about dyeing your hair. And especially what I've been reading more and more, you have to be so careful when you have let your roots grow get as long as this one. You have to be sure to not actually apply your bleach on the very, very, very half most inch closest to the scalp, because I mean, we know, anybody that's went to beauty school knows that the heat from your scalp is going to encourage your hair to take faster. So that means that when you're doing your hair, making your parts and everything, not only do you have to be careful not to overlap pre-lightened stuff. That means all this stuff here with color in it, that was light infrared, so you can't overlap that, but you also can't get right up against the scalp. But the thing is, one of my techniques when I do my hair is I always do all the way around first, and then I start my parts. And so, but last thing I want is to have my hair breaking, so maybe I will get my mother to help me with some of the things in the back that I can't see. Because I usually go by feel. And sometimes I used to even not wear rubber gloves for the bleaching so that I could tell the dry hair would be the hair that needed to be done. But with these roots being as long as it is, and that's the thing is I'm still torn whether or not to do it. I know I'm postponing the inevitable, but I also realize it's summertime and I want to look good. And now that I've got something on the horizon that I want to look good, because I'm seeing pictures of people are taken that are already going to the casinos and going to the beach bars here, and there's people, they're not wearing masks and they're smiling and they're happy, and you want to look good for people when you can see each other and stuff. That said, I don't want to do things that are risky, and I still want to know about the safety of smoking pot with your friends during the pandemic. You know, where we're going, this party, everybody are full on raging potheads. And these are people that, some of these people I've known for a long time. And I don't know anything about how many people are on the guest list, but still, if you're on the beach, you're not up against each other. So, but I have so much to think about. And but I'm thinking, would the benefits of having footage to make videos out of and having some contact with my friends, I have been so good social distancing. I've literally been an absolute hermit. I have been uh partly because of the many times I'm too afraid to leave my house because all the drug dealers and stuff are mad at us and stuff. And I'm trying to keep a low profile. I'm trying for them to forget about me. And I took all my Trump stuff out of my windows. And I'm thinking as my hair fades, I'll be less obvious. You know, once my roots and everything are done, I'm gonna like be practically glow in the dark and stuff. You know, it's hard for me to be subtle if I try, but in the same token, I can't not be myself either. That sucks. But then you're thinking, okay, this pandemic changes everything, and it's kind of in a way, if I'm going to be having lots of enemies, maybe what better time then to do it during a pandemic when it's too safe, too dangerous to go out anyway. But then on the same token, it is the summertime. It is, you know, and so I still want to go to this thing, but I want to be smart about it, and I want to be safe about it, and who knows, maybe I could get my first swim in of the year. And so I'm thinking, do I want to do my hair just before doing this so that I can look good? Because I'm going to be walking around the casino and walking around on the boardwalk wearing a bikini and different things but then again, I'm thinking, what about my skin? I still have to remember that I can't be in the sun. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention, and I can show you. I don't know if this happened because I put a couple of face masks on. I used this liquid and mask again that was from this to use this stuff up since there was more to it. Now, I tried one of these purifying global beauty care masks. It's a hydrogel face mask with aloe vera and tea tree oil in it. And the whole thing disintegrated. I held it in my hand, and there's all these pieces of weird jelly, like flat pieces of jello. And so I couldn't really get anything on my face. And so I don't know whether that is part of the reason why I have this blistering. It's almost like sun poisoning. And I've been so careful when I'm around the house and everything. Yes, sometimes I do have to go in my grow room because I have plants to water, and I occasionally go in that bathroom where you hear all the terrible stuff go down and stuff, but I try not to go in there unless I absolutely have to because of the sun exposure. And if I get so much as one drop of water on Tabby Boy, he lays down on the floor there because that's one of the cooler places in the house. I can understand, tile is cooler than carpet. I certainly understand that, but so I try to stay out of the sun, so I stay out of there. But anyway, I've got this blistering, and I'm thinking of what could possibly have irritated it. I did wear that pretty necklace when I went to that latest dental appointment things, but that would have This is recent. It couldn't have been that. So anyway, I don't know what that is. But all the clothes that I've worn around the house and on video since this started, I'm washing them by hand as we speak. Uh, all the more reason why I'm glad that I'm not doing any more skincare except for the sunblock. And I had to reapply that once today because my sweat started tickling me here and here, and I just took the wet washcloth and I wiped here. And before I knew it, I said, you know what, I'm going to have to reapply the sunblock. And then, of course, I smeared my eyebrows a little bit, so I had to retouch them some. Oh, but so that is how I've been adjusting. And every time a water bottle gets emptied, I refill it with tap water and I put it in the refrigerator. And sometimes I mix flavored packets in, and especially I give my mother a treat and everything. She's been staying hydrated. And I think I'm going to get in the shower now. I wanted to crank out this video so that I could make myself some dinner. I already had some rice, put that in the steamer. Electric rice steamers are the bomb, man. Okay. Oh my goodness, I am melting, 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 melting. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying cool. And if you are, hey, if any of you guys are getting ready to maybe consider going to a party invite, tell me how you do it. And if any of you people have chances to smoke weed with your friends, tell me if you have heard anything. I have pretty much only heard it's a good idea to avoid even smoking pot during that, but I'm sorry. Pot is one of my few joys in life, and it usually doesn't involve other people, but sometimes the only way I can get weed is if other people have to have some. And there's a lot of people that I don't even speak to anymore over political differences or because I got tired of them being total idiots. So anyway, yeah, let's talk. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. Hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I'd like to take you along on my adventures. Maybe I get to go out and show you a party. Talk to you soon. Bye.